And here we are. We are now live on the interwebs
Oh god, that
for
was a mistake.
everybody to see.
Except me, I can't see.
Well, you can't. I mean, you could see, just in a different browser window.
Yeah, that's not happening. Me watch our stream? Nah, couldn't
Nah,
be me.
I don't watch it, and it's right in front of me. So here we are. All right. I'm not gonna bother. People will see it. All right, here we go. Let's go. This show that we're gonna do right now. Hello, everyone. Welcome once again to Stark or Stank. My name is Aaron, and I'm here with Josh.
Hello.
And this week is a very special double feature episode. We are talking about Werewolf by Night and the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special.
Yeah, the plan was originally to kind of have this right in the middle of between Halloween and Christmas.
Yes.
And we are technically still in that time frame.
Yes.
We're not right in the middle.
It's after Halloween. It's before Christmas. We've done it.
Yes. Yep. We've stuck to a goal, like a timeline that we set.
Mm-hmm.
We've stuck to our appointments.
We did it. So
we're good at our jobs.
Are we? We're okay. Could be better. Let's face it.
Yeah, that's putting it lightly.
Yes, this week we are talking about those two things. The shorter ones.
The TV specials.
The TV specials, and they're shorter, so we figured why not cram them into one episode and
really just get them in there.
Just cram them right
deep
into the same amount of time we give to other things. And so we're going to start with Werewolf by Night, in case you can't tell by the background. And we'll start with some. Well, Josh doesn't know; he can't see, but
I'm blind.
The people at home,
glasses are all for show.
They don't let you see things that aren't directly in front of you. You can't see into the future.
Fuck no.
No. Oh, what a shame.
No, I wish I could have told us that we weren't going to get this done like 2 months ago.
God damn it, Josh. Get some magical glasses already.
Even my hindsight's pretty fucked, I'll be honest.
All right. Let's start with some trivia for Werewolf by Night. This is the TV...
Please,
this is a very special distinction. This is the TV special directorial debut of Academy Award-winning composer Michael Giacchino. Giacchino had previously written the scores for Doctor Strange and John Watts' directed Spider-Man trilogy for the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and was a co-composer on last time's movie Thor: Love and Thunder. He's also directed a Star Trek episode at some point, and
yeah, but who hasn't?
Something else. Even Tarantino started work on something, and then
they were like,
left.
Tarantino, that's a few too many feet.
And
then he got mad and left. He just stormed out.
These are professional space people. They need to be wearing shoes. You can't just have the bare feet at all times.
I was going to say, what edition of Star Trek was it?
It was going to be his own thing, so...
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I was going to say they were going to get Geordie LaForge to say some questionable things.
Yeah, I mean, probably.
That he was going to write into the script a lot.
Probably. I know it was going to have naughty words, but he was like, his thing is that he's going to do 10 movies and he's going to quit. And he didn't want Star Trek to be his last movie. So
that cracks me up because, like, Quentin, that's a rule that you made up. You could just not do that.
You could make more if you want to. No. I'm only going to make 10, all right?
No, he's really holding out for that MCU movie.
That's it.
That'll be the 10th one. I'm going out on a high.
This is the first Marvel Studios project to be given an MA-15 classification in Australia. It's very specific IMDb trivia.
Yeah.
They could have put
that is
TV MA for America, but no. MA-15 classification in Australia.
Yep. Well, they got to know. Australians, they rule the world.
That's it. You can't beat us. We're the best around. Suck shit,
Nothing's ever
Josh.
going to keep you down.
Um,
The fuck, man.
Upon her arrival, Elsa and her stepmother, Verusa? Is that what it is?
There's a spell with an S or a C.
It's S. It's two S's.
Yeah, I guess it would be Verusa.
Mm.
I highly doubt it's Verusa.
I know. I'm just double checking. Have a conversation in a hallway where monsters are depicted on murals in the background. Among them is one that resembles the comic book appearance of Gore the God Butcher, the most recent villain of Thor: Love and Thunder. He's right there.
Yeah, and that like looked like an actual panel from the comics, right?
Yes.
With the gods hanging from like meat hooks.
Yeah.
Great.
And while this is the first on-screen appearance of Ted Sallis / Man-Thing in the MCU, he was previously mentioned in dialogue by Maria Hill in an episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and a sculpture of his face was carved into Grandmaster's palace as seen in Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah. Oh, that's one of my favorite dumb things is the faces on Grandmaster's arena. That's so good.
He also had a very bad low-budget movie
Agents of
made
S.H.I.E.L.D.
a while ago. Quite a while ago.
Yeah, that sounds right. I mean, are you a comic book swamp monster if you haven't had a very bad low budget movie made about you?
It's true. Probably not.
Oh, doesn't fucking Swamp Thing have a current TV show?
I don't know if it's current, but there is a TV show. I don't know if it's still going or not.
Somewhat modern.
Yes. Yeah. Recently.
Yeah, current may not have been the right word, but somewhat modern.
Mm-hmm. This is my favorite piece of trivia. In the comics, the character of Elsa Bloodstone has similarities to Buffy the Vampire Slayer, though it should be noted her creators, Dan Abnett and Andy Lanning, state they never watched a whole episode. Coincidentally, Laura Donnelly, who plays Elsa, recently starred in The Nevers, Joss Whedon's most recent TV show. So, there you go.
Huh.
Full circle.
That seems weird that they've never sat through a whole episode of Buffy.
Well, so I read that.
I mean, neither have I, but like...
I read that, and then I also looked up more recent stuff about them. And they said like at the time they were writing, they hadn't watched a whole episode.
Right.
They've probably seen one by now.
Surely.
People
are just like, hey, is this character like a Buffy type? And they're just like, oh, people are saying this a lot. We should probably maybe watch that just to make sure.
Right.
Make sure we're not doing an accidental plagiarism.
Mm-hmm. They're, similar in that they're like, hunters of monsters, but like...
Yeah, young lady monster hunters who are relatively contemporary, I guess.
Sure. But
I don't think Elsa's a teen. That's the difference.
Exactly. Now we shall. Well, how do you feel about that? You like this thing or what?
I really fucking like Werewolf by Night.
Yeah,
I have since the first time I saw it. It's great.
And how much color was in the one you watched this time?
There was some color.
Yep.
Mostly black and white, but there was some color.
At the end, there's some color.
As God intended.
As God intended. I'm not watching that colored version ever in my entire life, because fuck that.
Maybe rethink your choice of words.
Nope. Sticking with what I said.
Nope, we should stick with that.
Not making...
Okay.
Nope.
I'll get the ukulele for the apology.
Thank you so much. I like this thing. It's really cool, and I like a series would have been good.
Yeah. Although the thing with the series is you give them a lot of time to faff about.
Sure.
This is brisk. This is tight.
Yeah.
I have some things to say about the structure and how it works, but
right.
I feel like you could have had some unnecessary padding in a series, and we mostly go without that here.
Yeah,
we go without a lot of things here, honestly.
Sure. The Bloodstone family has been fighting monsters for years using the powerful weapon, the Bloodstone, conveniently called the same thing.
Did they name it that when they found it, or was it that they got their name from?
don't know. I don't know enough about the Bloodstones to answer this question.
I
Ulysses.
should. Well, actually, I feel like I should, and I'm pretty sure comic book Ulysses was a caveman who got the Bloodstone, and it gave him like immortality.
Okay.
And then eventually he just aged into being a normal dude in the modern day or semi-modern day.
Right.
That still doesn't
Fair
answer
enough.
the question of whether he got the name. I guess he got the name from the
I mean,
Bloodstone.
if he was a caveman, I imagine he created.
No, he was named Grog Bloodstone.
But then, if he, I feel like he's named the stone after his name. Then,
Do you think his name was Grog Bloodstone?
I mean, at some. Anyway,
just a very specific last name.
This.
Don't we? I think it's important. No, you're right. We should move on.
Ulysses Bloodstone has died, and it is his funeral. Jack Russell arrives, which is a great name. Jack Russell arrives at Bloodstone Temple for a challenge among monster hunters to gain possession of the Bloodstone. Russell walks around looking at fellow hunters, Leon, Azarel, and Barrasso. I got all those right. He then meets Joshua Joven. I feel like that needs to be like a silent J.
I mean, possibly. The thing about these hunters is that none of their names are said in the course of the actual film. Like, maybe one of them does.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure. Wait, does Jack get his name said at any point?
Jack, he's Jack, yes, but not Jack Russell.
But not Jack Russell. Because that would be silly, and you would have heard people laughing at it. And I don't think that ever happened. But yeah, I think the only characters who really get named are Elsa and Jack, Jack.
Yeah.
And Ted.
Yes. He then meets Joshua Joven, who compliments Russell's face paint. Ulysses' daughter, Elsa Bloodstone, arrives. Verussa Bloodstone...
Wasn't ready for the double J.
Verussa Bloodstone greets her and condescends her for not continuing the monster hunting tradition. Verussa greeted everyone and had the butler, Billy Swan, open the casket to reveal a puppeteered Ulysses, explaining that the others would have to defeat a monster in order to obtain the Bloodstone. The Bloodstone will be attached to the monster, which will weaken it. Barrasso claims that Elsa doesn't belong there, but Verussa explains that she will have no special treatment.
So I posed a question to you months ago when we first watched this.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you've thought about it anymore since.
We'll see.
But I love Ulysses' whole deal of dying and then spending what I have to imagine is an exorbitant amount of money to get his jank-ass zombie body turned into a fucking animatronic.
Mm-hmm.
In the unlikely event of your death, if you had all of the money in the world to spend on dumb bullshit, what would you do? Like, what outlandish funerary rite would you do for yourself?
I have no idea. I really, yeah. I do remember you asking me about this, and I have no idea.
Okay.
What would you do?
I've had one lined up for a while, and I've had this for years before Werewolf by Night came out. If I had the money and the means, I'd get myself cremated, and then I would get my ashes put into either a gemstone, which is a thing that you can do, or I'd get it forged into an axe.
Okay.
Alternatively, if you can only do the gemstone thing, you can't forge a thing out of out of ashes, because that would fuck up the axe. I need it to be a usable axe, for reasons. Basically, my theory is that if my remains get put into a weapon, I can become like a cursed axe.
Fuck yeah!
And
that sounds cool.
Like either haunt someone, or at the very least, if I die before my significant other, I can be buried alongside them, and then tomb raiders from years and years down the line can steal me, and I can haunt their asses.
Hell yeah, that does sound cool.
Right?
Yeah,
better than being just buried as a normal dude in a suit.
So essentially, you just want to haunt people.
I'd love to haunt people. Gives me something to do. Yeah, I'm a real people person.
Fair enough.
Not a people person.
I gotta say, this synopsis is pretty detailed for,
how long this thing is.
But
Well, yeah, they got all the names of the hunters.
I know.
It's fucking wild.
This is a neat opening scene introducing, setting up the thing, and then obviously fucking
It's so
Ulysses with
silly.
his animatronic.
And he's got like death puns. He's the fucking crypt keeper.
He is, yeah.
It's so stupid, and I fucking love it.
It's very good.
It's like a jank ass animatronic. It's not even like good.
Uh-huh.
Oh fuck!
Which
I really
adds
do
to
love
the fear, the style of this movie. It's like it's going
the
for that
fear.
yeah, it's going for that grindhouse sort of style of
Yeah, somewhere between Grindhouse and like the Universal,
right. Yes,
fucking or Hammer horror
Yeah.
movies.
We get some cigarette burns in the corners and
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I do love some cigarette burns
same
on my movies.
Yeah, not anywhere else. The challenge
hurt.
soon commences with Russell leading the way into the maze. Russell and Elsa run into each other, but Russell wants no conflict and suggests to pass each other. Joven, which is what I'm going with from now on, then charges at them, throwing Elsa into a wall. Elsa takes him down and escapes. She uses an axe as a weapon while she slowly makes her way into another room. Leon emerges from behind a door and tries to shoot her with her wrist arrows. Elsa slices his arm off with her axe and then rids him of Leon's weapon before using it against him to shoot him in the throat. Joven then walks in, so Elsa hides in a ditch, covering the dying Leon's mouth. Joven suspects nothing, but takes the axe lying on the ground.
You say Joshua Joven, but that's the Scottish guy. I honestly couldn't tell who it was just by the names.
Right.
But he's the Scottish guy, so I have to assume that is actually Joshua Joven.
Yeah, probably. I'm going to stick with
Like
Joven. It's fun.
Joshua
Joven. Yeah, we get our first little bit of violence here, and it's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Shoots him right in the fucking jaw.
He gets it rough.
Yeah, it's cool.
I like the fights in this. They're short, snappy, to the point. That goes in the jugular.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I don't like Joven's axe. It's fucking weird looking.
Yeah. Whatever. It's an axe.
As an aficionado on axes, and I'd like to be an axe in a.
Would you like to be that axe?
But no, God no.
No, absolutely not. I have nothing to add to this. They're running and they're fighting.
Yep.
Russell makes his way to the monster Man-Thing. Russell is glad to see his friend and plans on helping him escape, which was his reason for attending. Azrael then finds them, so Russell runs away into a room and closes the door. Elsa, who was inside, tells him not to close it, but Russell doesn't hear. When he closes the door, he realizes it is locked. Russell reveals his plan to her. They talk for a while in the room, which is an indoor graveyard. Elsa suddenly remembers that her aunt hid a key in her grave conveniently, believing she would be resurrected and would need a way out of the room. Elsa finds the key, and they break out.
I believe the term they're looking for is mausoleum.
Yes. No. It's an indoor cemetery or whatever they fucking said.
Indoor graveyard?
Indoor graveyard.
It's not a yard, for starters. Yeah, right. This is a very detailed synopsis, despite that just being like a 30-second thing that happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Hey, that's a nice little twisty twist that Jack isn't actually a hunter here to claim the prize. He's just here to see his buddy.
Yeah. It's cool, and it's I like man. I like the design for Man-Thing.
I've heard you do like a Man-Thing.
I do like a Man-Thing, and this is a cool Man-Thing.
It's a good Man-Thing.
Yeah.
And I know Man-Things.
Apparently.
We all kind of knew that Man-Thing was going to be there, though. He was in like half a second of the trailer.
Yeah. We were waiting for him to show up. And there he is.
Hoping, praying. Man-Thing heard our prayers, and he was like, "Yeah, I guess I'll show up."
I guess I'll just
in his weird tree elephant
I'll add it
language.
to my diary, I guess. And if I'm there, I'm there. Okay, I'm not promising anything. I might be there. Elsa
You
goes
know
to
what? I'll
hmm?
take it.
Elsa goes to free Man Thing while Russell blows a hole in the wall for him to escape. Russell tells her to call him Ted, so he trusts her. He then asks how to turn on the explosive, but accidentally does just that, causing them to need to rush. Elsa makes it to Man Thing and finds Joven as well. Man Thing incinerates Joven, but trusts Elsa when she explains she is with Russell. Meanwhile, Russell tries to attach the explosive to the wall, but has trouble getting it to stick. He finally does so just as Man Thing charges through the wall, escaping, but not before Elsa gets the Bloodstone off of Man Thing. Russell reaches for the Bloodstone, which throws him back and incapacitates him. Verussa arrives and realizes Russell is a monster as well. She locks up Russell and Elsa for helping a monster despite her knowing he was. Then I went to the thing, and then did this, and then also this happened, and then etc., and then
Yeah,
so on.
look. Synopsis writers aren't. I assume fandom's not paying anyone because I wouldn't pay for this. But also, fandom are terrible. Um, it really is just a very poorly written synopsis. It's weird that they spent so long on like Jack runs into into the indoor graveyard, and Elsa tells him not to close the door, but they skim over the part where they actually like talk and he explains what he's doing there.
Right.
They just go, Jack finds Man Thing. Oh no, Elsa finds Man Thing. Jack blows a hole in the wall. And it's like, okay, we're just here now. But I guess that is what happens.
That is what happens. Definitely.
And then they did this.
And then they did this. Yep, this is all good. I really like this. Really, it's because it's so short, and because it is a lot of. There's not a whole lot of what's the word I'm looking for?
Not a huge amount of exposition. There's not a
Exposition,
huge amount
yeah,
of dialogue.
yeah. It's not a very dialogue heavy thing. So
It's brisk and we've got a lot of action. We're moving at a fucking pace here, mate.
Yeah.
I like how expressive Man Thing is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like he kind of goes up to Elsa with the intent to hurt her, presumably.
Yeah.
And then when she like calls him Ted, everything just like drops.
Yeah.
And you see his like big round eyes. He's very cute in a horrible swamp monster way.
We do get a throwback to Avengers when Hulk's chasing Black Widow, with Man Thing chasing Elsa
down a tight corridor. Yep.
Yep. This is all fun.
The only part of this that I thought maybe I should have watched this in color was the bit where Joven gets fucking incinerated.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I wonder what that looks like with color. And then I stopped thinking about the color ever again.
The only time I have looked at the color version one time, and that was just to see what happens at the end when
just to see if there was an inversion.
Yes, if the color went to black and white or something. Nah. It's
or
just
if literally anything happened.
Yeah, if anything happened, no, it just stays in color. It loses all effect of that ending. It's just,
it's kind of I wonder if anyone was actually asking for that.
I don't know who would.
Monsters.
I'm sure there's some kids that are like, I don't want to watch black and white. Where's all the color?
I can grow up.
Listen, kid. Listen, you little kid. I played Master System version of Sonic the Hedgehog in black and white back in the day. That was some good shit.
Yeah, you did.
I wasn't there going, where's the color? No. Didn't need color.
Back in my day, we hadn't even invented colors.
Everything was black and white.
You got white, maybe you got gray. If you were lucky. And if you were really lucky, you got more like a green and a dark green.
Exactly. That's all you needed. You didn't need the rest of them.
Monochrome, baby.
And then they had to go and invent all the rest of them. And we're like, oh,
you heard it here first. Aaron hates colors.
Now there's another color. Ugh. You heard about this purple thing? Ugh, God.
No, what?
Purple. That
Sounds
can't
horrible.
be the name of a color. Indigo. Ugh.
Go home.
Exactly. What a fucking loser color. Russell wakes up in a cage and apologizes to Elsa, who is with him. Russell explains that he is a werewolf and the next full moon is in 5 days. However, the bloodstone can turn him into a werewolf where he becomes uncontrollable. Russell profusely smells Elsa and explains that hopefully he will remember her in his werewolf form. Verussa then walks in and uses the bloodstone and a Latin spell to turn him into a werewolf so he could kill Elsa. Verussa taunts Russell through the cage and he grabs her. She screams and is saved when her guards attack Russell. They back off only to find that Russell has escaped. This is good stuff, the whole lead up to it. And then obviously the transformation where it's like the shadow on the wall and it's all on Elsa's face and she's like, oh, it's like that. That's really fucking cool. It's a really good way to do it.
Yeah, the way is just like, don't break eye contact. You got to be looking at me.
Yep.
That whole shot as it pans in on her face is very, very
Mhm.
good. As you said, the transformation in silhouette is fucking phenomenal. I love that so much.
Yeah.
Is Verussa saved? Does nothing happen to her hand? She gets pulled in, but does she walk away with her hand?
I think so. I think later on when she shows up
I always
again-
forget to look. I know she's holding the bloodstone later,
Mm.
but she clearly has at least one hand.
I think she
Anyway,
has both hands still. I think
she
just,
seems to be having a bad
I think
time.
her arm gets fucked up, but she still got it. Most of it.
I do like that in all the confusion, Jack like breaks out of the cage and no one thinks to look for that, or no one seems to notice.
Right.
I guess they're all shooting. They're all preoccupied.
Yeah, they're busy. They got other things on their mind.
Yeah. Also, yeah, he really smells that lady.
He does, yeah. And she's just like, I guess
What
this
the
is
fuck are you
normal."
doing?
At first, and she's like, yeah, fair enough. That makes sense.
Yeah, I
Yeah, sure.
guess.
Go for it. Keep sniffing.
Yes, go for gold.
Here, look. Right here. Sniff here. This is where all the pheromones are. Okay?
I can't see your camera, so I can only assume what you're doing. Plays great for radio.
Wasn't my armpit.
Yeah, no, I figured it wouldn't be.
Russell rampages through the guards and bites Barasso's ear off. He then goes into a room and kills all of the guards, flipping and rolling around them. The door then closes and... Wait, the door then closes and her tries to claw his way out.
I think that's just a typo.
That sure is. Verussa takes the bloodstone and blasts Russell back. Meanwhile, Elsa escapes and fights Barasso, slicing his neck. She then fights Azrael before slicing her neck as well and striking her skull with a sword. Elsa then shoots a rope at Verussa and pulls her away from Russell. She then grabs the bloodstone. She approaches Russell, hoping he will recognize her. Russell jumps on top of Elsa, but does in fact recognize her. He calms down and runs away.
Yeah, so the action scene that was summarized as flipping and rolling around, I really like that little corridor scene as the door is closing and the lights getting dimmer and there's some blood splatter on the camera. That's fun.
Yeah. We all know I love Wanna.
It really
And
fucking goes.
it's a Wanna that's also lots of blood on the walls and stuff. Very cool.
A violent Wanna.
Violent One is the
which
best one.
is my new ska band. Violent Wanna.
Wow, that's good. I'll be there your first show.
Gonna skank it up.
I've never skanked so hard in my life. I'm ready.
I don't buy that. I think you have.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna skank super hard.
You don't even know. The Bloodstone sure can do a lot of things.
It
just
a
really
I mean,
convenient thing to have.
It's I mean, it's the
perfect... as far as plot devices go. Look, we've got a fucking 50-minute timer on this or something.
Yeah,
if that, we gotta get shit done. We have this magic stone; it can do everything. It simultaneously makes monsters weaker. It also makes monsters stronger because it transforms Jack despite it not being a full moon, and also can do this blast thing. Hell if I know what it does.
So many uses. Thanos didn't want it though.
Also got a knife.
Verussa then yells at Elsa for letting Russell leave. Verussa vows to kill her stepdaughter, but Man-Thing returns only to incinerate Verussa. Elsa tells him that
Yeah.
Russell left. Swan vows allegiance to Elsa and she tells him to clean everything up. Elsa then sits down in her chair holding the Bloodstone. In the morning, Russell wakes up in human form to the sound of Over the Rainbow playing on a phonograph. He finds Man-Thing playing solitaire and sits with him to drink coffee. The end.
Man-Thing just showing up to save the day randomly is the fucking best.
Yeah.
And he does it so violently. Nelson's just like, oh yeah, he's gone. Ted's just like, okay, off I go. He's got this great lumbering walk. Everything that is like animated about Man-Thing is fucking perfect.
Yeah. Better than that running King Kong, running Godzilla, I mean.
It's sure is fucking goofy.
God, that was weird.
It sure fucking does. I wasn't expecting Wizard of Oz reference.
No. But it's neat. It's a neat thing that happens.
It's done well.
It makes sense with the the
classes up the joint a bit.
Color, I guess.
Yeah.
Going from black and white to color.
Yep.
So yeah, again, in the colored version, that makes even less sense then.
Stop saying colored.
It is. What do you want me to say?
Colorized? I don't know. It's got slightly less.
I'm referring to a movie.
Yeah, I know. I'm aware.
Well, no, it's not a movie.
Look, all I can say is that I didn't know you weren't a fan of coloreds. And that's on you, frankly.
Colored versions. God.
Better. Not by enough.
I'm just making sure I add Love and Thunder to my list
here. Yeah. Make sure you do that. I like the dynamic between Ted and Jack. Despite Ted being completely incomprehensible, you kind of you know what he's saying because Jack has one of those like sort of one-sided phone conversations with him, I guess.
Yep.
Where he kind of like half repeats what he's being said to him. Yeah, I like them. I want to see more of them. I want to see more of every named and established character in this.
Absolutely. It's the thing we've been talking about for the last few episodes is like they've set all this stuff up and we don't know where it's going.
Will it happen again? Will we see any of these characters? Is this of any consequence? And like, honestly, if it's not, at least we got this and it was kind of cool.
Yeah.
But I'd love to see more.
I mean, there's no reason some of these characters can't show up with Blade or something. I don't know. Any
Midnight Suns movie. Do it.
Exactly.
Do it. Look, not to sound entitled or anything, but I'm owed a Midnight Suns movie.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They owe you for some reason.
They wouldn't be as successful as they are without me, specifically.
That's it. You're holding the whole MCU
I hear
up.
that I was the one who talked Robert Downey Jr. into taking that role as Iron Man.
Yeah. You were his agent at the time.
Yeah, when I was 14? I want to say 14.
Okay. Well, there you go.
I was 16.
This is how you became so rich and famous. You started young.
That's me.
Robert Downey Jr., his role in Iron Man, and now you're just like finding all the stars. You're responsible for Timothée Chalamet in Wonka.
Oh, yeah, hang on. Where's my gun?
Hey, look.
Where's my gun?
The movie's reviewed pretty well.
I do like when movies review well.
It's reviewed well. And I saw some at work. He's not bad.
Okay, well,
he sings.
I've already seen one bad Willy Wonka movie. I'm good.
It's better than that.
I would fucking hope so. I could make something that's better than that.
I promise you it's better.
I don't know how to make movies.
I didn't like the look of any of those trailers in the lead up to the release of that movie. I'm gonna say right now.
I've not seen a trailer, so
I've come
I
around
actually have no
to
expectations.
it. It looks fine.
Okay, well, good for it, I suppose.
Good for it. Now let us
More
talk
Godzilla
about
running.
what we did and did not like about Werewolf by Night in our Starks and our Stanks. I don't know who went first. Me?
Well, I think I want to say
It's either
I
me
want
or
to say
you.
that you. I'm trying to think if it was you or me who placed Love and Thunder first last time. I feel like it was me, which would mean that it's. Was it me?
I feel like it was me that put Love and Thunder.
No, it would have been you because I was really excited to see where you were going to put it.
Okay.
So that would mean it's your turn to do Starks and Snakes and my turn to place.
Okay. So here we go. My first Stark. I love the commitment to the style, the black and white, the sort of grungy, grimy feel of it, and the bad animatronics, which are always fun. I love a bad animatronic, like a purposely bad animatronic, not like one that's supposed to be good and that turns out bad. Like one, yeah, it's good.
I don't know. Those ones can be good in their own special way, but it really takes a special kind of bad. But no, I agree on that front entirely.
Fantastic. What's your first Stark?
Similarly, the classic like universal horror aesthetic and also the grindhouse feel is really good. The commitment to the bit is why I'm here, and it does it really well.
Yeah.
Really like the look of Jack when he's in his werewolf form. I know a lot of people have wanted something a bit more like canine, a bit more Van Helsing, like Hugh Jackman Van Helsing, I guess. Yeah. And I'm like, no, absolutely not. I don't want a wolf, fucking wolf guy.
Right?
I want wolf man.
He's a werewolf. It's right there.
Yeah, I want like classic Universal Wolfman. I don't want Van Helsing werewolf.
Yeah, where the style they're going for and everything too. Like you want that's the style you want. Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And it's also like not what's J. Jonah Jameson's son in the comics?
Oh,
John Jameson.
John, yeah.
What's his fucking like character? Or what's his alter ego? Because that's the thing I'm trying to think of.
I don't know.
I think it's like Star God or Manwolf.
Oh,
it's Manwolf.
Oh, yes.
That Manwolf we can do as like a big dumb wolf. That's fine. But I want Werewolf by Night to be a classic Universal Werewolf, and they fucking nailed it.
Manwolf.
Though I don't know how good it looks in color. I imagine a lot of why it looks as good as it does is because it's black and white and it's lit well and it's lit purposefully for that.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine putting it in color would make it look fucking weird.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not gonna find out.
No. God no. Ruin the magic for myself? I'm stupid, but I'm not that stupid.
Okay. My second Stark is that Man-Thing is in it.
We do love a Man-Thing.
That's it. Do love a Man-Thing.
How do we feel about giant-sized Man-Thing?
Love it. Big fan of big Man-Thing.
Yep. He's really good.
Love a big Man-Thing.
Love a well-animated Man-Thing.
Hell yeah.
A Man-Thing that moves just right.
You know it. For sure.
Yep.
Yeah. What's your second
I agree.
Stark?
My second Stark is it's got fun action. It gets to brush up against decent violence.
Yes.
A lot of that is like a stylistic thing because it's black and white. You can't really, it's blood. Like the suggestion of violence is strong, especially in like the last few Marvel things that we've talked about. And this one I feel like is hitting the sweet spot really well.
Yeah. I agree. Although my first thank is
I
like that it's a one-off special. That's cool. Um, but yeah, like I said before, they could have made like a cool series out of it. Um, and now we have to like sit and wonder if any of these characters are going to show up in the MCU at some point. It's just like a one-off thing. I don't know. It's a Marvel Studios thing, so it is in the MCU, but it
Now we
also
play the waiting game.
yeah, exactly. Like when is this ever going to pay off? I don't know. That would have been a cool series, I think. Yeah, that's all. And I've just realized now that my second stank is pretty much the same thing.
Amazing. My first stank is very similar. The TV special runtime leaves me wanting just so much more.
Yeah.
I could not agree more. I like that it's a special thing. It makes it feel special. Fucking go figure.
Yeah.
But we're leaving so much, and we're moving along at such a pace that like, we don't get a lot of time to do much.
Yeah, we don't get a lot of like we said before, exposition. Like not a whole lot of character stuff. It's just this is
we're here for the
an
setup.
event. Yeah.
Here's a couple characters. They're doing a thing.
Yeah.
The thing is done.
That's it.
Roll credits.
Yeah, it would be.
We didn't talk about one of the best parts.
Okay.
The fanfare.
Oh yeah.
The horror movie fanfare.
Yeah.
It's so fucking good. If I had forgotten to mention it at all, I would have been so disappointed.
I forgot about that. But yeah, I agree.
Much.
Yes, it's very good. My second stank is that it's too short. This could have been okay. My point about this is
it's a really cromulent stank.
My point about this is Disney, Marvel spend a lot of money on their movies, okay? Sure. They spend way too much money on their movies. This could have been a lower budget movie. They could have said, hey, like, this is going to be a budget, and they could have stretched it out to a movie or a series, I guess. But, like, a movie at least would have been, you know, I think...
We would have had time to tell a proper, like, story instead of something that happens within the context of a greater story.
Yeah, exactly.
It is also like a property that I think benefits from not having a shitload of money sunk into it. Like, having things look a little bit jank is kind of the appeal.
Yeah, exactly. And I think I don't know how much they're gonna spend on Blade, but like that's another thing is like that doesn't need to have $300 million behind it. It's a Blade movie. You can do like all of these. Like Moon Knight didn't need $1 trillion. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I would love to see what the breakdown of those budgets are and like how much goes into every facet of it specifically, just to see like where are you getting your most value from in that.
Yeah, exactly. And like I was watching the new Indiana Jones the other day. I watched it for the first time, and it's just like there's so much CG that it just seems unnecessary. They spent $300 million on that, and like on an Indiana Jones movie, bro. Like I don't understand.
Like that's supposed to feel pulpy and kind of lame.
Yeah, exactly. and you've got fucking cartoon Harrison Ford running on top of a train. It's like, why? You don't need to do that.
But to be fair, if we get Harrison Ford to run at all, let alone on a train, he might break in half.
Well, sure. But also, I don't know, I've put him in a fucking wheelchair and like film him from the waist up and push him along there.
I'd kind of love to see an Indiana Jones where he is actually in a wheelchair. He's got to like whip himself across chasms with the wheelchair.
Hold on to the wheelchair.
Yep.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Strap himself in.
Absolutely.
My second stank. I do think that's a good one. I don't think it's good enough to take up 2 stanks for me.
Okay.
I think Jack, Elsa, and Man-Thing are distinct and relatively memorable, despite the lack of time we get to hang with them. But the other hunters feel like a missed opportunity to do literally anything. We don't even get their names within the context of the movie.
Right.
We get some basic character traits that you can get just by like looking at them, and it's mostly in design. I don't know. I feel like there was an opportunity to have something there, and they just didn't do anything with that.
I agree. Yeah, they're just kind of there, and they're just a way. They're just a nuisance.
Born to die. Life is a fuck.
They're just standing in the way of getting to the point where the thing is over. It's like
They're minor speed bumps in this 40-minute horror story.
exactly. Yeah. It's a bummer, but overall, it's a fun time. It's a good 45 minutes, 50 minutes, whatever it is. But now is the part of the show where we rank Werewolf by Night.
It sure is.
I now realize
All right.
Closed letterbox. God damn it.
Amazing. I've got it up. Our current list, and I'm going to read it once now. Yes. And then we'll do the recap after we do the second movie.
That sounds great.
Okay, cool. Our current listing: Captain America the Winter Soldier at number 1, Thor Ragnarok at number 2, Avengers Endgame at number 3, Iron Man 3, Guardians of the Galaxy, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, Avengers Infinity War, Captain America Civil War, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Moon Knight, The Avengers, Black Panther, Hawkeye, Captain America the First Avenger, Loki Season 1, WandaVision, Eternals, Ant-Man, Doctor Strange, Spider-Man Homecoming, What If, Iron Man, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Spider-Man Far From Home, Spider-Man No Way Home, Black Widow, Thor Love and Thunder, Thor, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Captain Marvel, Avengers Age of Ultron, The Incredible Hulk, Thor The Dark World, and down the bottom at number, was it 32?
34.
34?
35.
35.
Yes.
Iron Man 2, down the bottom.
Where will forever live, probably.
Honestly, yeah. I don't know who's going to move that. It ain't me.
Nope.
Now, I'm coming out swinging.
Okay, here we go.
I think Werewolf by Night.
Yes.
Should sit just above Civil War.
Civil War? Goodness gracious. At number 8, you reckon?
Yes.
Good God. Wow. Better than Shang-Chi. You're saying it's better than Shang-Chi. Better than Civil War.
Yeah, you know what? I was counting on some sort of resistance here because I didn't think it was actually going to go that high. I just really like it a lot.
Okay.
I think a more realistic position for it would be maybe below Moon Knight and above the Avengers.
I'm fine with that. I honestly, I would be fine putting it at number 10.
Would that be
above Guardians? Yeah, Guardians Volume 2 below Shang-Chi.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think I'm fine with that.
Okay.
What Werewolf by Night lacks in like substance, it has so much style to make up for
that. Yeah, it does.
It's not around for a long time, but it sure is a good time.
I mean, which is a lot of the reason Multiverse of Madness ended up where Multiverse of Madness is number 6, and that's a lot of style.
That sure is a mess in a lot of places, but my God, is it fun?
Yeah, exactly.
It's fun and
we're all
cool
about fun
and
here.
Good. I feel like we split the difference between like quality and enjoyment.
Right.
We need to strike a balance, and Doctor Strange hits that balance really nicely.
For sure. Yeah. So there you go. Number 10 for Werewolf by Night.
I think it's a really good number 10.
All right. Let's lock it in.
Done. Locked.
While we do that,
I'm not reading the thing again until the end.
That's all right.
You all need to remember it. All of you at home.
Fucking remember it.
Just recite the list that I said earlier to yourselves now. I'll wait.
Now I'm switching. We're switching to Guardians
Christmas
Holiday
mode.
Special
Activate.
mode. I have to look for the poster for the background here.
I already packed my Santa hat for my Christmas trip, so I can't put it on. Oh,
fair enough.
Listeners at home, pretend I'm wearing a Santa hat. Viewers at home, I'm sorry.
All right.
Close your eyes and listen.
Okay, so we're doing that, and you're not going to be able to see this, Josh. But
Sure not.
now I'm going to change my background lamps here.
Oh, you've got fancy lights. That's what you were talking about.
Yep, I'm going to change this to Christmas mode, which is here.
I hope you've just randomly got a Christmas tree that's been unlit in the background and it just flashed to life.
Fuck! Should have done that. God damn it.
I could just imagine you dragging the family Christmas tree in here for one night.
I mean, it's right there. I could have, I guess. God damn it. Son of a bitch.
Oh, well. Maybe next time. Maybe next year.
Maybe next year. For some other holiday special.
When we get the the Thunderbolts Christmas special.
When we talk about Beauty and the Beast 3. Or is it 2? The Christmas one. Are you right? Oh my god. He's died just instantly.
I don't think I am alright. I'm alive. I'm not sure I'm alright.
Hey, it's not terrible. It has Tim Curry in it. So
okay, you're selling me on it.
Right. He's the villain, so
you've sold me on it. There it is.
What about if I also tell you he's a what's the big like like the big piano thing with like
a grand piano?
No, like with like the flutes on it. An organ, like a giant organ.
A pipe organ.
Yeah, a pipe organ. Yeah.
It's a pipe organ.
He's a pipe organ, yeah.
Oh, fuck. Shit, I know what movie I'm gunning for number one of that list.
Imagine getting all the way through the Disney movies and Beauty and the Beast 3 is number one.
I mean, look, if it's good, I'm not opposed. I'd be very surprised. Look, I'm an impartial judge and referee of this stuff.
Sure.
Officially licensed. My license is here in this envelope.
There it is. All right. Now
none of you can prove that it isn't.
Let us talk about the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. James Gunn called the holiday special one of my favorite stories ever, with a story as crazy and fun as can be that he had bugged Kevin Feige endlessly about over the years. Gunn finished the script in April 2021 after initially writing the treatment years ago. It took Gunn a few hours to write the script, and he noted featuring Kevin Bacon was a quick inclusion once he had figured out the story for the special.
I imagine him just bugging Kevin Feige every time he saw him, and Kevin's just like, fuck, God, just do it.
Holiday special?
Leave me alone.
This might be... Look, I'll tell you what. I'll come back to do Guardians 3 if you let me do that holiday special I've been talking about for the last 10 years.
And if you don't let me do it, I'm going to go run the DC stuff immediately.
Fuck's sake. God damn it. Do your holiday special. In the comics, Cosmo the Space Dog is male, but in the special is female, voiced by Maria Bakalova. This harkens back to the actual Soviet Space Dog program where many of the canines were female, including Laika, the very first Earth-born creature in space, which Cosmo is based on.
Yay, Laika. What a good dog.
That's a good puppy. For the flashback scenes, they used old school... Well, okay, look. I have an issue with this bit of trivia, but...
I'm sure you do.
I'm going to read it right now. For the flashback scenes, they used old school rotoscoping animation in the style of Ralph Bakshi films that James Gunn watched growing up, and to give the 1970s and 80s nostalgic Christmas special feel. They filmed actors Luke Klein, Michael Rooker, and Sean Gunn, and then traced the footage frame by frame. Luke's features were altered to more closely resemble young Peter, Rooker's fin was added, and Sean was reduced in size to his younger self. The rotoscoping effects were done by Stupid Buddy Studios, which is a great name for a studio, I guess. I don't like the fact that they're saying it's old school rotoscoping because it's very obviously modern. It's using modern techniques to do similar effects, but it's like not as...
It's a modern reproduction of an old school style.
It's too smooth is my issue.
Yes.
Rotoscoping has has a look to it that's like very kind of sketchy, because
I was gonna say kind of jittery.
yeah, because they're drawing, it's a lot more fluid because you're tracing over images of people, where this is very much like watching an episode of Bluey.
Sure, doesn't look that good, but yeah, sure. What?
Wait, Bluey doesn't look that good, or this doesn't look as good as
No,
Bluey?
this doesn't look as good as Bluey.
Oh yeah, no, I agree.
I thought we were gonna have to throw it out for a second there.
Yeah, no, it's just it's not.
I appreciate the sentiment,
expect. Yeah,
and what they're going for,
Mhm.
but yeah, it looks fine. I'm not sure if it was worth it.
Yeah, I don't think so either. The band on Nowhere that eventually backs up Kevin Bacon is played by James Gunn's favorite band, Old 97s. Gunn wrote the lyrics to the opening song, I Don't Know What Christmas Is, But Christmas Time Is Here. Here It Is Christmas Time is an existing Old 97 song re-recorded with Bacon for the end of the special.
Boy, does that song just go.
Which one?
Go.
The last one?
The first one.
Oh, the first one. Yeah, I like it. It's a good song.
It's fine. Until it's not.
Fair enough. While Kevin Bacon is at home, he is watching Santa Claus Conquers the Martians, in which Santa is kidnapped and taken to outer space, which is exactly what happens to himself a few minutes later. Fun fact.
We call that foreshadowing.
Fun fact. I gave at work we did Secret Santa this year, and I gave the person I had for Secret Santa a copy of Santa Claus Conquers the Martians on DVD.
Wow.
I don't think they appreciated it, but I thought it was funny.
What? I mean, shit, you're lucky you're getting anything.
Exactly.
Like, at least there's some thought put into that.
Yeah. It's a hilariously bad movie that is fully available on YouTube, but...
You got a DVD of it.
I got a DVD.
Oh, that's really good.
Okay, now we talk about the synopsis. How do you feel about this special?
I have a good time watching it.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny.
Yeah, it is. Okay, well, that's it. All right, fair enough. I like this. I like it a lot. I've watched it maybe like 5 times.
Really?
Yeah, I like it. It's fun. It's one of those things you can just put on and just it's in the background, and every now and then you peek in on it and you go, oh yeah, that's fun.
I will say, as I watched it, I had forgotten how funny it was,
mm-hmm.
And just how fucking unhinged Drax and Mantis are.
Mantis especially.
Mantis specifically, yeah. Some of the greatest line reads in the world in this movie.
She's fucking amazing in this. Yeah.
I don't know. The thing is, I don't know if that's like her acting. It probably is.
Right.
Or if that's because she's French and just says words weird.
Maybe. On Nowhere, Kraglin, do you know his last name?
No, please enlighten me.
Kraglin Obfonteri tells the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Know that.
The story. I mean, I'm sure in one of the
it
other
definitely
Guardians
comes up
things
at some point.
I said it, but yeah, goddamn. The story of how he and Peter Quill tried to celebrate Earth's Christmas when Quill was still a kid. However, Yondu Udonta got mad and told them to cut it out. Obfonteri says that according to the multi-calendar, Christmas is coming, but Nebula says that they have too much on their plate after buying Nowhere from the Collector and needing to rebuild it following Thanos' attack. Meanwhile, Quill gets approached by... God.
Go on.
Biza Mikatokolok, who is researching Christmas and wrote a song about it, but he ends up completely mischaracterizing it to Quill's annoyance.
What was that name again? I need to run that back.
Biza Mikitokolok. Yes.
Visa Mickey
Visa Mickey
Tokalok.
Tokalok.
You have to say it that fast?
Visa Mickey Tokalok.
You're just making it so that it's not lasting as long as it has to. Just
That's it.
get it out of the way.
I know that Pratt does say it in the thing.
Does he?
He does, yeah.
God, I think I would remember that.
Yeah, this is a good setup, and again, I like the song. Josh doesn't seem to like it as much as I do.
I like it fine, but then it just keeps on going. And I feel like there's a point where like they play that for laughs, and I'm just like, yeah, look, can we go? Can we go?
It's the beginning. It's like
show on the road.
They don't understand Christmas.
I do like Groot's dancing. He fucking loves it.
Yeah. Well, Groot does love,
and he's also
to
fucking
dance.
weird looking in this.
He is, yeah. I mean, they carried it over to
Swole
Volume
Groot's
3.
fucking great. Yeah. No, but this is the first time he's looked like this, and it's
right.
great.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a fun opening. I don't know what it is. I don't know I feel
it's
like
called a song, Aaron.
No, I feel like Chris Pratt's just bored this entire special. He doesn't seem like he's interested at all. They've like dragged him out of bed, and they're like, "Look, stand in front of the camera and just say these words." And he's like, "Okay."
I do agree. Part of me, like during the opening, just assumed it was because he also thought the song went too long. But I mean, like, I guess it kind of makes sense in terms of character, because when we get to Guardians 3, eventually he's in a bit of a fucking slump at the start of that.
He is,
so,
but like, I don't know. I feel like it goes
but
beyond.
This doesn't come off as like Peter being depressed. This comes off as Pratt being bored.
Yes, exactly. He seems bored and not sad. That's the.
I don't know. Is he a big Christmas guy? Maybe that's it.
He's Jesus-y as fuck. He's got to.
Oh yeah, fuck! I forgot about that.
He's got to be a Christmas guy.
I don't know what it is then.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Him.
Mantis tells Drax the Destroyer that she wants to do something for Quill for Christmas due to her secret that she is Ego's child and therefore Quill's sister. Thinking about giving him an unforgettable Christmas present, Drax suggests that Quill's hero, Kevin Bacon, would be a perfect option, so they take the Bowie and fly to Earth. Walking throughout Los Angeles, Mantis and Drax get mistaken for cosplayers and earn a lot of money from tourists who wanted to take pictures with them. Yep, that's what happens.
Really, really moving along. There's a couple of fun gags on the way here. There's the flying low over Hollywood, and all the people see them and they're freaking the fuck out because, hey, the last time this happened, half of us fucking disappeared for 5 years.
Yes.
And Mantis is like, Drax, did you put on the cloaking device? And he's like, yeah. And then completely unsubtly presses the button. She's like, I saw you push the button. So it's good. It's funny. They're both. I don't know. You usually have like the funny one and the straight man, and in this, they're both the comedic character.
Yes. They play off each other really well, and I think they're just really fun to watch, hanging out together. And yeah, when shit goes down a bit later, it's just fucking insane. Watching both.
I'm just thinking of the fucking leaping through the corridor.
Yes, that's every time I think about this. Every time I think about Mantis in this, that's the first thing that comes to mind is jumping on the fucking railings. Oh my god! And the whole time she's like, ah,
screeching. Yes.
Yeah. Looking for Bacon, Mantis and Drax go to a club where they get wasted. Before a bystander gives them a Star Tours booklet with Bacon's home address. They go to Bacon's house.
I'm hungry. I should go to Bacon's house.
I want to find Bacon. I'm looking for Bacon all the time.
It's gonna be the name of my fucking memoir. Looking for Bacon.
Looking for Bacon. They go to Bacon's house and try to take him as a present, but Bacon says that even this synopsis is so dumb. It's so funny. Oh my god! They try to they go to Bacon's house and try to take him as a present, but Bacon says that he cannot help them.
Yep, that's what he says.
However, Mantis and Drax then break into his house, so a horrified Bacon calls the police and tries to run away. The police arrives, but Mantis and Drax incapacitate the officers before catching up to Bacon. Mantis uses her powers to put Bacon in a trance and convince him to go with them.
Yeah, the synopsis is really downplaying the amount that Mantis is using her powers to coerce people into, just giving them shit like the map to stars homes.
She doesn't have any kind of filter or any kind of. She doesn't feel bad about anything that she does.
No, she has no like social obligation, I guess. She's like, this is fine.
Yeah.
Power. I like the map to stars homes has some fun faces on there, like John Cena and Margot Robbie's on there.
Yep.
And a kid from Saved by the Bell. Am I remembering that right?
I can't remember. I don't know.
Because it's like genuine. I guess this is maybe a bit of a backhanded comment. It's like genuine movie stars and then kid from Saved by the Bell.
Right, yes, of course.
Fucking Drax just like flipping a cop car with the cop still inside.
Yes, very good.
Mantis being like, you can't kill anyone.
Mantis running around and getting everyone to sleep, and also before that, when they're chasing Kevin Bacon down the street and they're like leaping, like
just both of them jumping across hedges.
Yeah,
and like it's the least good-looking super jumping I've ever seen, and it's perfect.
Right. Yeah, it is. And before they break into the house, and Drax needs to get his little man. Yeah.
You got a little man. How does this look like a man? Fucking candy cane.
Does that look like a man to you? She asked the cop in the car.
In the overturned car.
Yeah. Does this look like a man to you, does it?
And then she gives it to them.
Yeah.
Like, now we're even.
Mm-hmm.
And then they fuck off.
It's very, very good. Back on the Bowie, Mantis and Drax ask Bacon about his adventures that Quill was talking about. However, they realize that Bacon is not a hero, but just an actor. They both get disgusted. They're believing
disgusted is the correct
word. Disgusting actor is an actual line. They both get disgusted, believing that actors are horrible people and thinking that Quill's perception of Bacon was warped. Mantis uses her powers to get Bacon to act as an actual hero, so Quill would not be disappointed. With the help of other inhabitants, the Guardians decorate Nowhere for a Christmas party, which amazes Quill, but he soon gets horrified when he finds out that his present is Bacon, kidnapped by Mantis and Drax.
Wish my present was Bacon.
Sames.
Yeah, the whole human trafficking for Christmas present. Very funny. Also very funny that when Mantis goes acts like a hero, Kevin Bacon's first instinct is to put on a British accent and be a hero from World War One.
Right, yeah.
Oh no, it's World War II because he's storming the beaches of Normandy.
Right. Yeah.
It's a bad British accent.
Yeah, trying to find a backstory and a voice.
What's a hero?
Fake hero is very good, and yeah, the whole actor thing is so funny. Watching how disgusted
it's so
they get.
over the top.
Yeah. It's so fucking good.
And just immediately flip the switch on them both, and they're both angry and fucking grossed out.
Yeah. That's good. It's good stuff. Did you hear that?
I did.
Just a giant explosion outside. I don't know what it was.
Oh, okay. I thought it was something falling over in your room or something.
No, it's literally I don't know, something over there.
Well, if this podcast ends here, we don't know why.
If the feed just cuts out on my camera, you'll know I'm dead from something.
Oh God, Aaron's dead. Wait, no, I could never see you anyway.
There you go. Quill. Oh yes, and then Quill opens the gift, and and Kevin Bacon walks out, and he's like super happy, and and Quill is like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, immediately clocking that Mantis has used her powers on him.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Quill immediately tells Mantis to get Bacon out of the trance and promises to get him back home, although he still freaks out. Obfanteri then brings Bacon to the Bowie to transport him to Earth. It explains that Mantis and the others simply wanted to do something nice for their friend on Christmas, who was always fascinated by Bacon. Bacon then decides to stay on Nowhere for a while and performs a song with Beeza Lock and the Nowhere Men at the Christmas party, during which the Guardians exchange presents. Yeah, so back to the Quill figuring out thing. Groot says something like he wasn't involved or something.
I knew this was a bad idea.
Something like that, yeah. And like Quill's like, "You willed him out." And he's just like,
he's like, oh god, it's so good. I like when Kevin Bacon runs off. Quill's just like, can we go get him? Nebula's just like, you can't outrun me, Bacon, and like cocks her gun.
Yeah. Quill asks Mantis why would she go to such lengths to make him happy, and she tells him about Obfanteri's story, how Udonta ruined Christmas for him. Quill then tells Mantis the rest of the story. After calling off the party, Udonta found a toy troll Quill wanted to give him as a present, so Udonta gave him a present as well, his quad blasters. Mantis tells Quill that she wanted to do something special for Quill and admits that she is actually his sister. Surprised, Quill tells Mantis that it is the best present he could think of, and the two embrace, wishing each other Merry Christmas. Yeah, it's this is like I guess the only real like emotional point of this whole thing, because it's a kind of goofy,
absolutely
Christmas special, and then there's like also a little bit of heart there.
Oh, you get the exchanging of gifts, which is very cute.
That's good too.
Nebula handing Rockets Bucky's arm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which like how did that
happen? Look, it's fine. It's fine. My personal favorite bit, and I did message you about this while I was watching, was the little dioramas that Groot makes of the story that happened throughout the holiday special.
Yeah.
I desperately need someone to make me the Drax flipping a cop car one.
Yeah.
Because the little cops and their stupid faces in that would bring me just endless joy.
Yeah. They're all pretty good. And then, and like Kraglin's is just weird. It's like him holding a present.
Yeah, it's one of those things.
Sure.
I don't know if that has a name.
Groot couldn't think of it. Think of a thing that happened to Kraglin, so he's just like, yes, it's.
But the thing is, like, they're not all holding stuff that happened to them either. They're mostly just holding stuff that's got either Mantis or Drax in it.
Sure. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Kraglin's the only one who gets like the Kraglin thing.
Doesn't Drax gets the car flippy one?
Yeah, with him in it.
Not,
but like,
but it's not Drax holding a present of Drax.
No. But like, they're all holding things that happened in the movie. They're not holding. Right. They don't. I think the only characters that actually are in the little dioramas are Drax and Mantis, and also random cops.
Right. Afterwards, Rocket
and Kevin Bacon.
Possibly. Afterwards, Rocket Raccoon and Cosmo decorate Groot like a Christmas tree. However, Groot gets tired and lowers his arms, dropping all decorations. Cosmo says that Groot ruined Christmas again, and Rocket remarks that now they need another special.
So I didn't realize it until you said her name, but Cosmo is Borat's daughter in that Borat sequel?
Yes. Yeah. Correct.
Cool.
And she's also in Bodies.
Yes! That's fuck. Okay.
Yep.
Yep. Good movie. Everyone should watch it.
Very good movie. Everyone should watch Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. There we go. That is the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special. I like
Yep.
it. It's a fun time.
It is certainly a fun time.
Let us
I
now.
enjoyed watching it and also reminiscing about watching it.
Sure. Now let us talk about our Starks and our Stanks, what we liked and didn't like about the Guardians holiday special. It's your time to start.
It's my time to
Your
shine.
time to shine.
My first Stark. In a purely comedic story, Drax and Mantis are great fun to watch, and they're doing like the most fish out of water act I've ever seen. Yeah, they're just unhinged and fucking hilarious.
That's pretty much mine. Yeah, the Drax Mantis team up was a great idea. They play off each other so well, and it's good to finally see Mantis be a fucking psycho.
Yeah, no, just like Drax smashing through walls and shit.
Yeah,
and fucking Mantis leaping down the corridor, screeching and swinging a fucking candy cane. That's what I think about when I think of Christmas.
Sames for sure. Yeah, it's yeah, that whole team up idea was very good, and it's a fun time. What's your second Stark?
My second Stark is Kevin Bacon seems to be having a genuinely great time, and I'm happy for him.
That's pretty much mine too. But mine is Kevin Bacon being unafraid to make fun of himself, which is always fun when an actor is like willing to just make fun of their own films,
their whole deal,
like their whole career. Yeah, that's very good.
Yep.
What is your first stank?
My God, does that opening song go on? Jesus. I know we're not telling like a big story here. I feel like we have slightly more of an actual plot than Werewolf by Night, but like we probably could have used some more time for something else.
Sure. I like the song, so I'm not gonna agree with you.
Again, I do to a point, but then it just keeps going.
It does. My first stank, why does Chris Pratt seem so bored? He just seems like he'd rather be doing anything else, and it goes beyond his character just being sad. He's just, I don't know.
He's just kind of there. Like he's there because he needs to be for the plot, but
he doesn't want to be. And this was shot during shooting for Volume 3. So I don't know. He just seems like he doesn't. He'd rather be.
Maybe he was just like, "Can we get back to the movie that's about my character?" Kind of.
That's what I mean.
Instead of the thing that isn't a movie and is like incidentally about my character.
It's a waste of time, guys.
Yeah, it's not about Peter Quill, so I don't care.
That's what it feels like.
A little bit.
What's your first stank?
My second stank is
yes.
It's the Guardians of the Galaxy thing, but 80% of the team are relegated to the first and last 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's pretty much mine too. It's like it's just, while it's fun to see Drax and Mantis team up and have time with them, everyone else is just incidental. Even though this is supposed to be about Quill celebrating Christmas or whatever, like everyone's trying to cheer him up, but it's just mostly about Drax and Mantis and
kidnapping Kevin Bacon.
And while that is fun, it would have been good to see more of the team as well.
I also do want to bring this up because it would feel weird not to. As much as I do like Drax as like the comedy haha funny man, we've complained before about him sort of being relegated to comedic relief and losing his character, and this feels like the end point of that before Guardians 3 sort of reels it back in a little bit.
Yes.
Just a thing I thought should be noted.
I agree. Yeah, for sure.
He's fun to watch. It's a shame about his character.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna add Werewolf by Night here.
At number 10.
Except I can't. This won't let me drag with my tablet thing. So
it's fine. It's fine. My master list continues.
So now let us
Where would you
rank.
like to put the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special?
Yeah, it's a tricky one because I do
I'm
like it
glad
a
I got
lot.
to do the other one.
Yeah. I got ripped off. I do like it a lot, but also it's so incidental in the overall MCU, and also is Werewolf by Night. But like, this is
Werewolf's got a bit more like stylistic quality to it that
exactly.
makes it more noteworthy.
This is just a Guardians of the Galaxy side story.
Now, I don't know if you have like any thoughts on where you want to put it, but if I could float just a idea to ruminate in your head,
Okay.
I don't even think that Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special is the best Christmas thing in the MCU. It's
Correct.
the most Christmas thing, but I
It's the
don't think
most
it's the best
Christmas.
Christmas thing.
No, it's not. Because Iron Man 3 exists.
And also Hawkeye.
And Hawkeye, yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, on that note, then, yeah, this is tricky. I would put it. God damn.
Yeah, this is a tough one.
I would put it above Ant-Man and the Wasp.
I think that's a perfectly fair place to put it. It's a fun watch.
Yeah, like I said, I've seen it like 5 times. I like it a lot. It's a fun time, but it's like also in the when you're
It's
putting
so
it,
inconsequential.
yeah, and you're putting it in a list with 37 other 36 other things
Yep.
that are mostly movies or series.
Things that have a bit more room to stretch their legs and do stuff.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, well, I mean, so yeah, it just came down to like, would I rather watch this or this? And then I mean, I would prefer to watch this than Ant-Man and the Wasp. So that's where I would put it.
I don't know if I would agree with that necessarily, but I feel like this has a stronger like character than Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah,
Um, and also I would spend less time watching it.
exactly.
Like it's a quick one and done, which isn't necessarily to its advantage for the most part. But I don't
Mm,
have to sit here and watch a full like close to 2 hour movie to
exactly.
get the laughs. And Ant-Man and the Wasp has laughs, sure, but you also got to sit through the rest of that movie, which is fine, but doesn't have as much personality or as
It,
much like the laughs aren't
yeah,
as good.
it's the definition of fine.
Yep,
Yeah.
it and Captain Marvel are pretty good. They're pretty
So,
fine.
seeing as I can't move things in my list, what is Ant-Man and
All
the
right.
Wasp at currently in the list?
So with Iron Man 2 at number 37 now? Is
Yep.
that correct?
Yep.
This would put Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special at 31.
All right. Sounds good to me.
Yep, that seems correct. So
All right.
Werewolf by Night, number 10.
Yep.
Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, number 31.
There you go. Good
Quite
stuff.
quite the gap between those.
There
Proving once
is.
and for all definitively that Halloween is better than Christmas.
that was the
Good night,
real.
everybody.
That's the real.
It's the war on Christmas. Get ready.
Yep. That was the
Happening.
twist we've been waiting to reveal here at the end of this episode. Is that this was actually about Halloween versus Christmas, and as we have now discovered, Halloween is indeed better than Christmas. So,
Yep. Scientifically.
there's
proven.
no more arguing about it. There's no reason to. Oops,
No,
I just
not
put
at all.
the
We
werewolf.
should
There we
have
go.
a second Halloween.
We should just have 2 Halloweens a year and get rid of
Yep.
Christmas.
One on October 31st and one
Yeah.
on December 25th.
Yep, that's
fine.
it. December 25th is Satan's Day.
Yep. Satan Claus coming to give you presents.
Exactly. Good old
Claus is also spelled differently.
Saint
Not the way you might
Claus.
think.
Mm-hmm. And there we are. Thank you so much for listening or watching. And I don't know when we're going to make another episode. It'll be in the future
Oh,
at some
it
point.
was the
Um,
the trend of like planning to do a thing and then one of us or both of us getting sick happened, and it just,
yeah,
boy, does that throw things out. But hey,
it does. Yeah.
new year, new us. Maybe we'll be more consistent. I promise nothing.
Maybe. Let's I would like to get one more episode done before the end of the year, maybe, but it's probably not going to happen. But we'll see how we
Yeah,
go.
look, we'll see. I'd like to. I know what you have planned for that. I'd like to
Yep.
do that.
I also want to do that. So we'll see how we go. But we'll keep it a secret for now. And we'll see you next time on Stark or Stank. Goodbye.
Bye bye.